What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, I've been doing a home series on my YouTube channel where I basically just talk about my home buying experience, being a very young homeowner, buying my first home at 22 years old. I did make a couple videos in this series. If you haven't yet watched them, make sure to go and watch them. And one in particular has been really picking up some speed lately. Basically, it was me talking about how and why I bought the house. And a lot of the comments and questions were, you know, it would be helpful for you to give more numbers or share more of the financial aspects and numbers and things like that. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So basically today I'll be talking about kind of the financial aspect of my pre-buying period, the buying process, and then post-buying period. So basically what I did was just model the numbers based off of my actual numbers, if that makes sense. The numbers that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today are not my true like numbers as far as like salary, the house listing price, and things like that, but they are modeled based off of my true experience. So it's still very accurate. But yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like if people asked you like how much money you make on the street, it's kind of like an invasion of privacy, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I just don't feel comfortable sharing that, and so I'm not. So for the purpose of this exercise, we are using a buyer named Shantell. Okay, so Shantell is our buyer for this exercise. Just to set it up, she works a full-time job, lives by herself in a one-bedroom apartment, and she's 22 years old. All right, let's keep it moving. So like I said, there is a pre-buying process where Shantell is saving up, a house buying process, which is going to break down all of the loan information and what she needed to pay to close on the house, and then the post-buying process, which is the mortgage and the monthly payments and things like that. Like I said, I feel like I have to keep disclaiming this. These numbers are modeled, but they are based off of a true experience, basically. With that being said, it's similar to my own experience where my post-buying process monthly income is more than what my pre-buying process was when I was saving. So just keep that in mind. But let's get right into it. So during the pre-buying process, Shantell makes about $28,000 almost income after tax. So this is just from her job. After taxes are taken out, her 401k investment, insurance deductions, everything, she's making about $27,900 for the entire year. On a monthly basis, this comes out to about $2,160 per month, okay? Each month, because right now she lives in a one-bedroom apartment. She's actually paying $900 per month for a one-bedroom apartment as rent, okay? On top of that, Shantell, you know, has additional bills like her utilities. Luckily, it's just her, so it's not like super sky high. But on top of that, sometimes she likes to, you know, go to Ross or something and buy some decor. Basically, this additional expense is saying anything on top of your bills, like if you want to socialize, go out for drinks and things like that, that's baked into this price. So she spends about $540 on that. So anything else that she does not spend on the bills or additional expenses, she just puts directly into savings. So that makes it about $720 per month directly into savings, which is about 33% of her paycheck. Okay, keeping up? Okay, great. Saving $720 for about a year and a half, that's 18 months. She was able to save about $13,000. So this $13,000 is directly from saving every single penny outside of any extra expenses or bills. This does not include any additional like gift money or birthday money or anything like that. This is directly just from paychecks from her full-time job. Okay, this was during the pre-buying process. It just sums everything up and breaks it down. And now it's time to get into the buying process and exactly how much she paid for her home. So now we're in the buying process. Shantell found a lender that she liked and a house that she loved, so it's a great situation. Her house listing price was $222,300. So this was Shantell's first home. She was able to get an FHA loan with a fixed interest rate for 30 years at 3.63%. Her loan required a down payment of 3.5%. Of course, you know, people have their own opinions on it. The more you put down, the better probably, because your mortgage payments are going to be a lot smaller, but Shorty only had $13,000 saved up, as you could see. So she was not about to be putting down 20%. Okay, sorry. And she didn't have to. So the down payment required was 3.5% of the listing price, which comes out to about $7,781. Out of that 3.5%, 1% down had to be given to the builder. So up front, when she decided, yes, this is the house that I basically want to put an offer in, that I want, she had to pay the builder $2,223, which was going to wrap up into the $7,781. So it's not on top of it, that's a part of that number, okay? Then on top of that, she had to pay closing costs. So that's different things like the appraisal, just random different costs and fees that are like hidden costs, like I talked about before in my last video, that are incorporated outside of the 3.5% down payment that you have to pay to close. So that closing cost number was about $1,900 on top of her 3.5%. So total, she paid $9,685 for her house to close on closing dates. Okay? So out of the $12,000 that she saved, or the $12,960 that she saved, $9,685 of that had to be paid on closing date. So she had about $3,000 left from her savings. Altogether, this number, the down payment plus closing costs, came out to I think about 4.36% when I did the calculation earlier. So 4.36% of the listing price is what she ended up paying to close on the house, to sign off on that dotted line and go into life's debt. I beg of you, do not hinder down on all of these numbers and think that's going to be your exact experience, because 10 times out of 10, it's not going to be your experience. Different things are going to vary based off of, you know, even just what type of loan you get and what your lender requires. And even the times that we are in now, I'm pretty sure interest rates are a lot lower because with all the coronavirus stuff, like who knows, a lot of things are going to vary. So don't just think that these numbers are going to be your exact experience. It's just modeled based off of what mine was. So it's similar to what my experience was, if that makes sense. So that is the buying process summed up. So just as a quick recap before we go to the post buying process, she started off making $27,900 a year on a monthly basis. That allowed her to save about $720 after she paid for her rent and everything else. So total, she saved $13-ish thousand over a year and a half's period, and she was ready to buy her house. Once she found a house that she really, really loved and a lender that she could trust, she was able to use basically all of her savings to put down on that house, paying about $9.6 thousand to sign that dotted line. All right, so now it's time for the post buying process section. Like I said, Shantell was just doing a great job. She was paying her tithes in church, and the Lord blessed her with opportunities, and now she's making more money. So her new monthly income is now $3,240, which is about 50% more than she was making on a monthly basis prior to buying the house. Okay, that is important to note, because with this new monthly income, she is also able to afford more. Like basically, if she was making this much, she could have afforded more in rent before, opposed to that $900 one-bedroom apartment, if that makes sense. Okay, did I explain that okay? I don't know, y'all can't talk back to me anyway. So yeah, so right now she's making $3,240 on a monthly basis, opposed to the $2,160 that she was making before buying a house. So what she has to pay on a monthly basis, she pays principal, mortgage, tax, and interest. She also has an escrow account where she makes monthly payments, which is also a part of the same number, just to go toward her tax and insurance, just to make sure that they're always covered. So didn't list that out, but that's basically also covered in this $1,300. On top of that, she also has a HOA fee. Now that she's a homeowner, she has to pay $130 a month for her HOA for things like landscaping and community amenities and things like that. So on a monthly basis, she now is paying $14.98 just for those static payments of her principal, mortgage, tax, interest, and her HOA. On top of that, of course, she still has bills and additional expenses, so we ranged that at about $700 this time, opposed to the $600 from her apartment. So on a monthly basis, she's now saving $1,042, which is about 45% more than she was saving before. So although she's paying more on a monthly basis for that static value to make sure that she can actually keep the house, she's still able to save more because she is making more money. So to recap everything, she saved about $13,000 over a period of 1.5 years. When she found the house that she wanted that was listed for about $222,000, she got a loan that was a fixed rate of 3.63%. Her down payment was 3.5%, plus her closing costs came out to about 4.3 or 4.6%, something like that. Basically ended up having to pay about $9.6 thousand. Still was able to save $3,000 from what she saved prior. Since she got that raise or that promotion, she's now making more on a monthly basis, about 50% more. So although she has to spend more on a monthly basis for what her rent would have been, it's obviously not much more than what she was paying before, given she had a pretty chunky raise, and you know, now she's just building equity and she's actually a homeowner opposed to renting. And yeah, now on a monthly basis, she's still able to save a lot more than she was saving before. So over a longer period of time, she can build up more money and feel like she's in a secure place to make sure that all of her payments are paid on a monthly basis. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I wasn't sure exactly like the best way to go about it, but I really hope that providing some numbers in this form is the slightest bit of helpful to you guys. But like I said, one thing to keep in mind is everyone's experience is different, as with anything else in life. So don't take this and run with it, or don't try to ridicule, or you know people like to hate and people like to have their own opinions, which is fine. But I tried my best to model the numbers based off of my actual experience. I'm not going to tell you if it was less or more, but just take it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any additional suggestions for future videos. I'm going to keep this home series videos up and running because it seems like you guys really find it helpful. I've had a lot of people DM me just saying like how inspired they are and things like that. So it makes me feel really good that you guys actually enjoy the content that I'm putting out. So definitely comment if you have any suggestions or if you're just dying to know something. But yeah. Other than that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and turn on your post notifications to be updated every time I upload. I post new videos every single week. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.